In the 1970s, popular steam railroader Ross Rowland came up with an unusual idea to modernize steam locomotion. It was to be known as the Ace 3000, featuring a 4-4-4 two-wheel arrangement and a cab-forward design. The duplex would have 8 54-inch diameter driving wheels divided into two groups of 4 on a single rigid frame. Engines that use this concept include the one-of-a-kind Baltimore and Ohio N1 and Pennsylvania Railroad S1. In 1985, Rowland, in conjunction with David Wardell, modified the Chesapeake and Ohio 614, an engine that the former man personally owned, to provide better performance. The 614 was the last of the C&O's J3 class of 4-8 for Northerns built by Lima. She was specifically built in 1948, making her one of the final engines built by Lima Locomotive Works. The 614, under the temporary number of 614T, would book all trains between Huntington and Hinton, West Virginia. Unfortunately, even with the 1970s oil crisis, the Ace 3000 was never meant to be. In my view, it was due to the fact that internally, it was still a steam locomotive. Regardless of any modern additions and features, the labor intensity and maintenance nightmares would outweigh any benefits. I assume that Ross Rowland quietly dropped the idea only because I couldn't find a source that directly said that. He and the 614 are still around and well, with the latter currently beginning to undergo a restoration to operation in Clifton Forge, Virginia. This is due to Ross wanting to see the engine steam once again. Speaking of Ross, he is at least 80 to 84 years of age and is known for being connected with various preserved steam locomotives, one of these being one of the 4 surviving Reading T1-2101. Currently in line for a cosmetic restoration at the B&O Railroad Museum. The cab design is similar to mid-late 20th century built EMD engines like the F45 cowl unit or the DDF40X. It sported a separate fuel and water tender behind the engine as per the norm with steam locomotives. Based on concept art, official or unofficial, there appears to be another cab at the rear of the tender. I am unaware if there's an individual, smaller set of controls at that end or if it's for visibility purposes when moving in reverse. Perhaps the brakeman would sit there and radio back to the crew when reversing onto a train or something. Just like with the project as a whole, this fact is relatively unknown. I am adding this part after finishing the video, but here are some specifications for the Ace 3000.